Hi, Fight Insight fans, viewers, and listeners. I'm your guest co-host, Tyler Schaefer, aka Tyschae. I'm a professional MMA fighter as well for Combate Global, and I'm from South San Diego. And with me, as always, your host, Timmy B. And before we get started, guys, please take a moment to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Rate us on Apple Podcasts and tell your friends about it. If you'd like to support the show, check out middaysquares.com and save 50% by using the code FightInsight15. On today's episode, we talk about Bantamweight making her Invicta return, discuss the Tony Kelley news, and we're going to be previewing UFC Ortega versus Rodriguez and a whole lot more. Tim, hit it.
Yeah, it's Timmy B, Pretty D, Fight Insight. Yeah, that's right.
All right, good job, Tyschae. Our guest today is a German-born MMA fighter who you may remember from Ultimate Fighter Season 28, competing on Team Whitaker, or from headlining Invicta FC 29 when she fought for the Bantamweight title. Looking to come back from a 2-year layoff, she's set to return to Invicta later this year. We can't wait to see her in action. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast,
Katharina Lenher.
You're supposed to do like a Bruce Buffer style.
Oh, was I?
Yeah. How you doing, Kat?
I can't pronounce it that well, so I didn't want to mess it up.
You
It's
spelled
okay.
it right.
How are you?
I was supposed to do
I'm
like a
doing
manly
good,
voice.
thank you.
Good. Kat, thank you so much for joining the podcast. You were supposed to fight in Invicta, I think it was next month. What happened? You're now not fighting until maybe September?
Yeah, so the fight was supposed to be on July 20th, so in 1 week. But I injured myself 10 days ago in wrestling, and I broke my toe.
Oh,
no.
Super bad, like everything hurts, walking hurts, and after 3 days we were like, yeah. And so I was trying to train like the next day and the next 2 days, but it was so bad. Like it got like dark blue, super swollen, and I couldn't make a single step without pain. And we were like, okay, getting an X-ray, and it showed it's fractured. So yeah, I have to rest now a little bit before I can start. Yeah, unfortunately,
Yes.
but it happens. At least
Well,
it's a
listen
small
to your
injury.
body. Don't do nothing too crazy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
I know. At least you could do maybe like other stuff. I know some sit-ups, but just to avoid any type of like pressure on your foot.
I'm already back in the I'm already back in the gym. I do strength and conditioning, just no running, no jumps, and no wrestling, of course. But yeah.
Are you wearing a little shoe boot, like so you don't like flex it? Because I know they gave me one, and I felt so weird with that ugly shoe on.
They told me, yeah, exactly. They told me to do it, so I have like a body tape, and they want me to wear that thing, but I don't, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not stylish. You can't do that, Kat. I do want to ask you though. You've competed on.
It looks horrible.
Yeah. on TUF, you competed at featherweight. And then in Invicta, you were at bantamweight. But I want to show a picture on screen, and hopefully you can see this. But you're looking jacked.
Oh, wow. Dang,
Like,
girl, you're looking like a flyweight.
Yeah. It's the one where you're in the, like, it looks like maybe a bathroom, but you've got your shirt pulled up and your abs are all ripped.
Flexing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one
look like
it
a
is. Yeah, it was like,
there.
I went to no, I'm heavy. Like I went to the bathroom. I was like, oh my god, that's a good light. That's a good lightning. I have to get.
It's all about the angles. You're like,
yeah.
You look very different than we've ever seen you before. Like the last time we saw you fight, you look a lot stronger, a lot leaner.
Yeah, so I figured out I should not. How do I say? Because after fights, I enjoyed myself always way too long. You know, like it's like a super unhealthy cycle, like dieting, then eating whatever I want and all the unhealthy food. And I just try to be like on track the whole time. Of course, I'm eating more when I'm not fighting, but not exaggerated too much, because sometimes I went up to 165 after
Oh, wow.
fights, and now I try to be not more. Yeah, so now I try to be not more than 155. And before that injury happened, I was like 149, 150.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
So yeah,
okay.
I don't know though.
It's
And
hard though. It's like hard not to eat it because when you eat those
I
enjoyable
know.
foods, you're like, I'm never gonna enjoy this again, and then you become like a bad habit. Like you start eating ice cream or, burgers or whatever you're into. Like
Yeah,
I'm such a sweet tooth that,
yeah,
and I love to eat chips. I love hot Cheetos, so it's like those are my
yeah. And
weaknesses.
it's
It's hard.
oh my weakness is fried chicken and donuts. It's like,
Ooh,
and
donuts.
I eat
oh,
way
Oh
too
my
much
god.
then.
those
Yeah.
are good foods.
yeah. What is
Yeah.
your favorite donut, Kat?
So I like the sour cream one, to be honest. There's
Oh,
like a
Ooh.
sour cream donut
all right.
from Krispy Kremes. And I like the one with maple and bacon.
Oh,
Ooh,
very
that one is
Canadian.
good.
That's very Canadian. A- As a
Yeah,
Canadian, everything we have is maple syrup, so
yeah.
that's thanks to us. Uh,
It's really good.
Well,
It's
yeah,
thank you
yeah,
yeah,
for
that
fattening us
that's
up.
sweet and salty. Oh my God.
nice. So when you do go back to Invicta, what weight class is it? Bantamweight?
Bantamweight 135, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. And are you excited to go back to Invicta? Did you see that this week's fight, they're having live scoring? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They do that for
No, I did
combate
not.
as
That's
well.
cool. That's really cool.
yeah. So if Invicta
Oh,
does,
that's cool.
are
Mhm.
you? Yeah, you would like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also did like the open scoring they had in Kansas, to be honest.
Oh, okay, okay. So you fought a fight with live scoring before?
No, I never did. I didn't fight for Invicta since 2019 now.
Ah, okay. And how do you like? I know Invicta, they fought in some very weird locations. One time they were fighting like in an empty church. Have you ever have
Yeah,
you
I
have,
fought there.
you fought in the
Seriously?
church?
I
Oh
fought
my
there.
god.
Yes.
How funny. You're just like there to beat someone up and then you're like, may the Lord be with you. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
they fight in some weird locations. So I wanted to ask you one thing. I hope that this will work because I know our video is a little bit laggy. Sorry, Kat. On the Ultimate Fighter, you trained with Julia Stoliarenko, right?
Hmm.
Are you? I can't tell because the video's laggy, but are you friends with her at all, or do you like her? Or are you enemies with her?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. We friends.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
We friends. Hmm.
Did Tyschae and Kat, did you see her fight a couple weeks ago against Jessica Rose Clark?
Against Chelsea, yes. I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't know who that girl was, and I was like,
Okay.
damn, Jesse,
Yeah, yeah, I watched it.
So Kat, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about that? Like essentially she's saying, "Hey, I'm just going to snap that arm if I get it." What
Yeah,
do you
I
think?
think I think she's right. Yeah,
Yeah?
because I mean, it's a brutal sport. It's like we're not playing tennis, and everyone knows the price they pay if they fight, they can get injured. Of course, I would never do it like in training or even at a jiu-jitsu tournament. I'm not sure because it would not be that important for me. But MMA, if I would get a heel hook or an armbar, I would go 100% for it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like she held it after the ref tapped, like after she tapped or if after the ref tried to get her off. It's not like she did it after that. It's just that she did it really quick, right?
Yes. Yeah. She jumped into the submission kind of. Yeah.
It's,
And I
yeah.
mean, even if Jesse would tap, but the ref would not stop it, you keep going,
Right.
because it's not like the fight is not over when the fighter taps, the fight is over when the ref stops it.
So how come we don't see people get broken arms more often, though? Is it because Julia was like forcing it faster?
I think it's the way she does it. She jumps into the arm bars because it's her special technique.
Yeah.
And she gets it from a different position, like Ronda Rousey did too. I think that Ronda Rousey broke a few arms too in her career.
I think so. I think she
I think
broke
she did.
Misha's.
I think she
Yeah,
broke
she did
Misha
Misha's,
Tate's
yeah.
arm once.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just the way they do, because it's their specific technique and they're really good at it. But yeah, a lot of arm bars, they come like pretty slow in MMA.
Yeah. So
Usually.
now, being someone that's not a professional, you two guys are professional fighters. If you broke someone's arm, would you be worried that the next person you fight is going to try and injure you more because of that? Or is that not a worry?
I don't think so. And if they are, I'm like, bring it.
No. No. I mean, I'm honest with you, like even if, or especially like, imagine you knock someone out. Of course, you have to worry about the next fight. Someone wants to knock you out too, but like like it's a part of the game. Some people are more aggressive, some people are not. But I wouldn't even think about that. No.
Okay, all right. And that's fine. I didn't know because
Great question.
I remember I looked in the rules of MMA before, and I was surprised that like there's no rule against just like quickly snapping a joint, right? There's no rule that says you can't just wrench on it really quick. I was like, oh, that's weird. And then Julia did that at UFC 276, and I was like, oh boy, and then you wonder if it's like a sportsmanship thing or something like that, where kind of like the athletes are respectful and go, okay, well, I'm not going to quickly pull on your joint. I'll do it to the point where you tap, but I won't like force it.
Yeah.
But
true.
no.
But it doesn't happen too often. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so, okay. Yeah. And so just because I've never met Julia, she's a nice girl. She's not like some sort of crazy killer, anything like that. She's a good girl.
No, she's a good girl, but she has really good jiu-jitsu, and I know when she gets the armbar, you have to be really quick to tap.
Yeah, nice. And Kat, before we let you go, I did want to ask, you train with Lucky Lauren Murphy. Mm-hmm. and you're part of, and we had her on the podcast just a while ago. She says you are one of the greatest people. She says you're such a good person, a great training partner. How excited are you for her to get that shot against Misha Tate? And how do you think she's going to do? Because
I'm
it's this
super
weekend.
excited for her. So I met her here. She became one of my main training partners, and I did all sparring with her, and we trained a lot. And she's super nice. She's a really cool person, very good training partner. Like, you can go hard on her, she goes hard on you. Like, no one's gonna be mad, no one's gonna be injured. It's like really a perfect training partner, and I'm super excited. Unfortunately, she got sick 2 weeks ago when the fight was supposed to happen, and I'm really happy for her. They rescheduled it like super quick. And to be honest, I feel like she's in such a good shape. She's such a good striker. Her ground game is good. And I see her winning in all disciplines, like on Saturday. Yeah.
Nice,
she worked so hard. I'm pretty, yeah.
Good. Just so you know,
That's
now
awesome.
that you've been on the podcast, Kat, a lot of the guests that we have on this podcast win their fights and get performance of the nights. So last weekend, two of our guests both won their fights.
Yeah!
Lauren Murphy's going to win. She's going to win her fight, get performance of the night. You're going to win your next fight, Kat, whenever that is. So you're thinking it's going to be around September?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will start training again. The doctor said end of July. Till it's healed. So I will train August and then fight in September. That's the perfect timing.
All right,
and it's
nice.
still against the same opponent? Same opponent?
I hope so. I hope
Oh.
she accepts it. I know she's gonna fight next week against someone else. But I'm pretty sure if she doesn't get injured or something, she will fight 8 weeks later or 7 weeks later.
Oh,
Wow, that's
nice.
great.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, hopefully
And
it's the
then,
same person.
yeah,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that matchup.
good. And so, Kat, while you're waiting for your toe to heal and for you to train, are you golfing?
No, usually not, but I was like, hey, I want to
I
try
love it. You look such like a badass right
Yeah.
there. Golfing's
I was
hard.
golfing
I'd be all
Friday.
stiff hitting the ball.
It is so hard. It's so to be honest, I did a lot of like the mini golfing, and I was good at it. And I was like, yeah, I might be good at normal golf too. So I
You're
went
like,
on
stick
Friday.
it to the course.
I went Friday in Vegas. I was the weekend in Vegas, and I went to a golf course, and we did like 3 hours. And
wow.
I was like, oh my God, this is so hard. Like, it's not easy at all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I hit the ball. It's not like I didn't hit it, but it went too far or was too slow, whatever. Like, yeah, it takes a long time
Patience,
to get
and you have
good
to
at
know
it,
the
I think.
rules. And
Yeah.
So you just
That's-
rather,
Yeah.
so you're just gonna stick to beating people up, Kat? That's what you prefer to do?
Oh, for the next
Yeah.
few years, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kat, it was amazing to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Before we let you
Thank you
go,
guys.
is there anything that you want to say to your fans, viewers, and listeners of the podcast?
Yeah, thanks for listening, and follow me on Instagram, Katharina Lenher, Twitter, KLWMMA, and subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh,
Okay.
I did not know. I did not know you had. All right, hold on. I don't think we've ever had a guest on the podcast that had an OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
I don't think
Okay.
so. How long have you been doing that?
2 years now.
Oh, all right.
Good income, I've heard.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I mean, you guys know when you're not fighting, you're not getting paid. No, it's part of the game, unfortunately. And OnlyFans just pays all my bills and gives me a little bit of security each month. So yeah, it's the best thing I can do right now, being a fighter and have like a monthly income. And not getting worried when I have to get to the doctor, whatever, or a fight gets canceled. So it's a really good thing.
Oh, all right. Well, you know,
Timmy, you gotta make one.
What?
Can you repeat it,
Be
please?
like onlyfools.com.
All right, well,
and only fools.
Kat, what are you saying, Kat? I'm sorry that the connection is. I'm sorry that the connection is a little bit bad. But people, go check out Kat's Instagram everywhere. Check out her OnlyFans. And Kat, thank you so much. Best of luck on your fight, and we'll talk to you again one day for sure.
Nice meeting you, and good luck in your upcoming fight.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye, Kat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty.
It was nice.
Yeah,
sorry,
no, it was
so
good.
annoying. I have like all the airplanes because I live next to the airport. I'm
That's
like,
you.
God,
I thought it was.
Every time the plane flew over, I was like, oh.
Oh no! I thought that was her. I'm sorry that the connection was bad. I think her connection was maybe a little bit bad. So because you and I seem good.
The connection, and then I just the planes are so annoying. It's everyday thing.
Anyways,
yeah.
Wait, you would do an OnlyFans? I don't know what that means. I mean, I think I know what that means.
So I think people kind of got a little carried away with the OnlyFans. You know, kind of explicit pictures. But I've heard you don't have to like do that type of stuff. Obviously, you'll get more money. But I've heard from like my friends and they're like fitness friends that they'll just wear cute outfits, you know, and then they'll wear they'll wear the cute outfits, and then they'll do like workout videos.
But
So
then you can
like,
see
and
that, but you
supposedly
can
they get,
see, but you can see that on Instagram, on their normal Instagram, right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're wearing. I've just heard,
All
and
right. So when
it
you say
supports
cute
them.
outfit, what does that mean?
Probably like booty shorts. They're
Yeah, I
probably
don't
wearing
know.
like sports bras,
Yeah.
actually doing their hair. It's just all for show,
All right. I mean, it's got to be
People
a
are
lot
into
of money.
feet. If people are into feet, I feel like they'd be into like OnlyFans, like workout videos.
I saw that. I saw on your Instagram someone was asking for your feet photos the other day.
And I'm actually messaging them. I'm gonna charge.
Are,
I don't know. My feet are ugly.
are you really
I gotta
gonna do it?
revert back them. And then it's funny you said that, because his little notification popped up on my phone as we were talking about the OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, oh wow.
All right, well, there you go. Hey, tell that guy that you'll send some photos as long as he
We'll send some
subscribes to
photos
this.
of these ugly feet. And
Hey.
then my bunion. I don't know.
Well, hey, you're selling yourself short now. Don't you got to I'll edit that out. So
Maybe they'll give me a little extra money and feel bad to maybe like pay for it, get it fixed.
pay for a removal. Tyschae,
I actually have to go see a foot specialist. So
all
after this fight, I got to go.
right, this podcast is the worst one I've ever done.
Talking about feet.
Yeah, guys, if you're here because of Katharina, thanks for signing in and joining in. Please do subscribe to the podcast. Next week on the podcast, I think we're having UFC fighter Jillian the Savage, Canadian fighter. You know her? She's the one with the big, like the super red hair. Yeah. And she trains, I think, at ATT with Dean Thomas. I think that's her big connection down there. So
she has a really solid jiu-jitsu game.
Yes.
I think that's like her background. I remember watching her on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
So I know that's right. She's badass.
Yeah, she's badass.
I see her in a lot of like jiu-jitsu competitions, like even the combat ones, I believe. So yeah, she's nice.
And she's Canadian, so that's the big plus for us. But yeah, I think she's fighting in September. So we reached out to her. So hopefully she's on next week. Guys, I do want to give a shout out to another company that reached out to us as well, or that we reached out to them. This is cookie dough, edible cookie dough, bro dough. So it's edible cookie dough. And Tyschae, I don't know if you can get this in the States. I know you can get it in Canada, but it is 5 times the protein, 0 preservatives, plant-based. It's really, really good stuff. So check that out, Brodo. You can use code FIGHTINSIGHT at brodo.ca for 15% off, I think. So check it out. Tyschae, I want to ask you about a weird thing. Tony Kelley.
Okay. I knew this was coming.
So, it's timely because news just came out. And so regular listeners of the podcast, or if you watch our Instagram, we did a lot about Tony Kelley because of what happened. He did the thing in Andrea Lee's corner where he got caught on mic for saying some potentially racist stuff, depending on how you take it.
Yeah.
Then he goes out to fight a few weeks ago. He comes out and the crowd is going nuts. They are giving this guy the finger. They're booing the crap out of him because of the social media blitz that happened on him, right? Adrian Yanez, the guy that was fighting him, said, I'm gonna destroy this guy for all Brazilians.
It was intense.
Yeah, what is it? Gilbert Burns said, I'm gonna pay you more money if you finish him. Like, it was getting crazy. I was messaging with ring announcer Joe Martinez. You know Joe Martinez, the ring announcer?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome dude. He was at that event. He said the crowd was louder for that fight than any fight on the card. They said the crowd was going nuts. Tony Kelley plays it up. I'm going to show a photo of him. This is what he's doing to the crowd when they announce his name. He's just giving the fingers, man. Now, he loses the fight, right? Good fight, tough fight. He's 2-2 in the UFC. Just this week now, it gets announced that he's no longer with the UFC.
I think that was a lie.
No. Okay. Well, what the lie is that websites started going all over the place, like Instagram pages going, Tony Kelley cut by the UFC, cut by the UFC. I look into it. He's not cut by the UFC. His contract expired, like his contract ended. He fought out his contract and they haven't re-signed him. That's a lot different than being cut.
Yeah. I think people are just saying that just because how everything went down, and, you know, people just like to play with that kind of stuff. And yeah, you're right. That was his last fight on contract. And then obviously that loss kind of didn't help the situation.
Now, mind you, though, he's 2-2. You know,
But
that's
you have
not
to
a
look at his fights and look how he never really had like a proper camp. It's always been like short notice, you know,
yeah.
fights, and he's performed well. Like I believe they've came to like split decisions too.
Yeah.
I just felt like he was kind of like misfortunate in that circumstance with the short notice fights and not having like a proper camp to do so, because that plays into effect, you know. And Tony Kelley's cool. That's like my older big brother right there, and he has that mentality, like, you know, I'll fight anyone, like, you know, no matter the time, the
Right.
place,
Yeah.
like
Seems like
I'll fight
a
right
real
now, you
fighter.
know? Yeah, he's definitely that real fighter mentality. He's down to scrap. That's what I love about him, because he reminds me of myself and the people around me, you know. So I'm happy that I got to know him and his girlfriend Andrea. They actually welcomed me and my coach into their home back in April. And I finished out my camp out there and learned a
Okay.
lot, soaked up all
Nice.
the knowledge from them. And yeah, amazing people. Like,
Okay. So,
I forever have their back.
yeah. So, I mean, so it's crazy then that you ended up being our co-host for this week, and
Yes.
you know him, and that news comes out. Like it all fit. And in all honesty, I'm a little bit annoyed at, obviously I'm annoyed at websites that are saying that he's cut, because it's like, hey, stupid, he's not cut. And the problem is, once you
Yeah,
start blasting that on social media, everyone just believes that. So that kind of puts him in
of
a
course.
lesser light. And then the other thing too is like, well, wait a second, UFC has signed on Greg Hardy, you know, who's like a convicted or whatever the hell it is,
Yeah,
accused, whatever. I mean, he's had domestic abuse problems. They put Greg Hardy on a card with Rachel Ostovich, who's had domestic abuse problems. Like, I mean, UFC is not like, it's not like UFC is opposed to having these kind of people or even putting them in weird situations. So I can't believe that the Tony
I know,
Kelley
like, why wouldn't they
drama.
make like a big deal like with something like that? If anything, you're fucking promoting him. You're helping him, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never watched his fights because of those reasons. I think now he's like signed to bare knuckle or some shit.
Yeah. And hopefully he gets destroyed in bare knuckle, right?
Yeah, because I don't like that guy. Go
Yeah.
back to
No.
football or something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy at all. But okay, but for Tony Kelley, you know, I did want to clarify the news that, like, hey, he wasn't cut. He just wasn't re-signed after his 4 fights.
Mm-hmm.
But frankly, I'm surprised that UFC didn't re-sign him. If he's getting that much of a reaction from the crowd, even if it's a
And they
negative
love
one,
that. Yeah.
right? Why, like, you know, I mean, his comments weren't the worst thing in the world. Yes, it's bad. I think it was bad or whatever, but it's not like, I don't think he should be fired over that. And if
I
anything, he's
feel like
bringing.
well, first of all, UFC loves that shit, and I know that firsthand because of what they've told me, and, you know, my coach, Coach Zach from Premier Fight and Fitness, he's been training them too, Tony and his girl Andrea, and he was kind of giving me the scoop when he went out there, and yeah, the audience was fucking loud. Tony didn't hear them at all. I mean, so it was just kind of bad, but yeah, it was just
Wait. Behind the scenes, you're saying
yeah.
that.
Well, he was just saying like behind the scenes, you know, it's kind of like UFC doesn't care if you're like a talented fighter. Like, they like the drama. They like for you to steer shit up.
But are you talking
They
specifically about this thing?
a little bit, you know. I feel like they had a part of it.
Wait. Okay, well,
I
yeah,
can't
you don't have.
expose too much, but I'm just
No.
saying that's what
Yeah.
they like.
I'm not asking you to, like, you know, tell stories or whatever. But like, but you're not saying pre this issue. You're saying after this whole issue. You're saying that there may have been some discussion. Like, what you're saying is that UFC definitely wasn't out to him going, "Hey, idiot, you can't say that shit."
No, they didn't care. They loved it. They love that shit. Mm-hmm. They want that. They want that type of fire, that drama, that all that intensity, all that heated stuff. Because it's like more money, all the views, like
That's what I'm saying.
everyone on social media about it. So I mean, it's unfortunate, I guess. It just sucks that that's really what it is. They don't care about talent. They want you to, bring that kind of attention, that kind of drama.
Yeah, but he's got talent too. Like, it's not like we're saying this is like a CM Punk or something like that. Like, this guy has
not at all. Because this is his personality. Like I said, he has I don't give a fuck. His saying is like fuck around and find out, which I love because that's a common saying we say over here, So he fits right in with our circle, and I feel like that's why my coach Zach gravitated towards them a lot. And yeah, they really became a family. And I haven't reached out to them yet, which I need to, because I've been dealing with my own personal shit. So I haven't had the chance to really like give them a phone call and like catch up, because when I left Louisiana, when I came back home, that's when I got a phone call like the next day that my grandpa didn't make it. So that was a week out after my fight too.
I'm sorry,
so
Tyschae.
I haven't even had like any time to talk and reach out, which I'm probably a terrible friend, so I'm gonna do that.
No.
It's just been a lot going on, but yeah, it sucks what was going on, and I feel like a lot of people kind of have to understand from his situation, like, dude, that's his girl in there, and she was getting freaking eye poked. Yeah, he shouldn't have probably said it to that extent, but man, like, when that's your girl or that's your man, like your significant other, it's just a whole nother like protection mode, or and I know he knows that he's not the best corner, like best coach.
Yeah,
but he admits that, it's not nothing like he's fronting, he owns up to it. He's like, fuck, like
no
corner. That's my first time, but I
but
feel like in those moments he couldn't turn that off, and he just snapped into boyfriend, and that's totally fine. Like, dude, that's your girl in there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, just to be fair though, the comments that he said were a bit off color. So and you're on national TV and whatever, that they can mic you up in that corner. So you do, unfortunately, you do have to be a little bit careful of that stuff. I would say, like, look, when you end up being in the UFC, I don't need you saying like a bunch of racist stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So please don't.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, I don't know, man. It's a tough call.
The whole situation sucks. It's just like, fuck. Like, I'm sure people have said some similarities, things like that. It's just
of course.
Never been
televised. Are you kidding? What about the thing where there was a thing where, not a racist thing, but there was a time when Michael Bisping was at a press conference, and he got up and he said something bad that was, I think, like a homosexual remark or something. But he says something pretty bad, and then he says it. And then because of his personality, he looks at the media and he goes, "Oh shit, don't get mad at me for that. Sorry about that. Sorry." And then he laughs it off, and then everyone goes, "Ha ha 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 ha," and then he just walks off and never gets in trouble.
Because like probably his accent, it just seems more elegant.
Yeah, but like
more classy. No, but you're just like, oh yeah, but then you're like, wait, did he just say?
I don't know about that. But Tony Kelley, he's a little bit more gruff. Even after the situation happened, he kind of doubled down on it and said, "Just fuck you guys." And then, sure enough, then the crowd gets really behind it. Like, it turned into a big media thing. Now, after his loss, I don't think he's talked to anybody. Like, he hasn't said anything after the news of his release. Just so you know, Tyschae, I reached out to him to try to get him on the podcast too, because I would love to talk to this guy. Because I think I saw something where you posted saying, "Oh, he's my guy." And I'm like, okay, well, if Tyschae likes him, the guy can't be a bad guy. So I would love to talk to him. If you talk to him and he's like, "I need to go on the smallest podcast possible," then you can tell him, "Hey, I know the guy."
Yeah, I'll definitely reach out. Did he reply back to you? Did he open your message?
Of course not. No, nothing.
Oh,
no, it's hard.
He just thought he's probably getting a lot of hate.
Are you crazy? That dude probably gets
he is.
Yeah,
like,
are you kidding?
They're trolling him. They're even commenting like they're going through his pictures and seeing whoever he's posted. And I'm obviously in one of them because that was like his last picture he had posted. And they were commenting on my stuff like, "Oh, you don't like Brazilians? Like, oh, you support this
Oh,
racist. And I'm like, dude, I train at a Brazilian gym, like freaking world class out
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
all my friends are so diverse. Like I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
mixed.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I would
No, no,
never be
no.
friends or support a racist, But it was just crazy how much, yeah, the trolling was getting to him, and then whoever he was like connected with,
Yeah, no, it's
and then
crazy.
they're even backlashing his girl, like, oh, you're with another one. Like it just,
Well, okay, but that, yeah, that's
they're
tough
just
too.
like being too involved and being way too personal, and it's like, dude, it doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
like, you're
that's the
giving him just
media.
more attention, just making more exposure on his part.
But then the problem is too is then by him not getting cut but not getting re-signed, I swear to God, the people, the public are probably like, haha, we did that to him. We got him canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably most
Which that
likely.
sucks. So, um,
I
all
definitely
right.
will reach
Well,
out to him and talk to him, and
yeah, talk to
I'll
him.
definitely tell him to reach out to you, and then I'll tell
Hey,
him to check out this podcast too.
Devin.
Like, hey, I did a podcast and we're discussing you.
Yeah, and we're not saying, like, because yeah, like, hey, when the stuff came out, I'm honest, like, yeah, we were saying like, oh, that's not great, blah blah blah, but I just felt like I wanted to recap the story, or I wanted to finalize the story at this point where it's like, hey, look, if you've seen on social media that the guy was cut, that's a bullshit story. That's not true, and people always rush to like post stuff and whatever. And they're posting the wrong stuff, man. So I feel like that guy
Yeah.
got a little bit of a bad end. And then you think like other promotions that maybe don't even pay attention are just seeing on social media, he got cut. And another promotion's like, oh, well, now I don't want to take that chance on him, which shit,
Well, it's
man, that
fucking up
wouldn't be good too.
opportunities for him.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So
I'll
anyways,
fight back.
yeah, we'll figure it
I'll
out.
fight back.
I want to move on to one quick thing before we get to UFC Rodriguez and Yair. I posted this online. This is just a little conspiracy, okay? And I wanted
Okay.
to talk
You and your
to
conspiracies.
me and my conspiracies. I got them all. I wanted to talk to Kat about this, but because her connection was bad and I knew she couldn't really see our photos, I didn't have time, or I couldn't really do it. But here's this. All right. Okay, this is too hard to read, but I posted this on our stories. You know how Lucky Lauren Murphy and Misha Tate got moved because she was sick?
Yeah.
What are the odds they just did this on purpose so they could move this fight to another card? Tyschae?
Oh, I'm like reading. Who posted this?
I
Lauren?
did.
Oh,
No, I
you
did.
did. Oh, this was
So I'm just saying, UFC 276 was stacked, right?
yeah.
So I posted something online saying, hey, what are the odds that UFC maybe told Lauren to say like, hey, can you just say you're sick? We're just going to move you to 2 weeks later. And that way then, because our card's already stacked and you guys are a big like highlight card, we're just going to move you over to this other card and just stack this other card as well. That would never happen, right, Tyschae?
Yeah, that's weird.
No,
I don't
right?
like when we talk conspiracy. You give me goosebumps, and now I'm like, what is going on? My boyfriend's laughing in the background because he's like into that shit too. I'm like, that shit scares me. It's just so
No,
weird. It's just.
but so I put it out to the fans, and fans were saying like,
Well,
maybe
they
it
were
could,
kind of agreeing with you
yeah,
in the poll.
maybe it could be something, right? Where like they move her, but because Misha Tate coming back fighting Lucky Lauren Murphy, that's a huge fight, and UFC 276 was stacked, and I just thought, what are the odds that they just move that card off? But anyways, all right.
Didn't Lauren just fight? How old is she, by the way?
Lucky Lauren? Oh my God! Why you
I
gotta
remember
ask me
watching her
that?
in Ultimate Fighter too.
Not two.
No,
She
I
was.
said watching her
Oh,
too.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Lucky Lauren Murphy, she is 38 years old.
Oh wow.
Is that young or old? Or you thought
Well,
she was older?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why? Do you know about her past?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
never really like.
she
She
had
had
a
a rough
very,
upbringing.
very rough upbringing, like drug addiction, blah, 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 like a lot of that
Oh.
stuff. So that's why she may look a little bit older. But
Oh.
I'll tell you,
Yeah,
Tyschae,
that shit's real.
yeah, man. And she grew up in Alaska. That's got to be tough on the skin. You know what I mean? That's no California nice and tanned. Like You're in the freezing cold
Freezing
Alaska.
cold. There's nothing to do out there, you know.
No.
So, dang, I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't want to like judge or anything. So
No.
it's just
No, so she.
hey.
But anyways, but what I will say though, holy cow, one of the nicest people I've ever interviewed, Tyschae. Like
She seems like it. Yeah, she's really respectful and humble.
But just nice, like just like so friendly and happy and outgoing. Like what a great person, you know. Like so, really happy for her. Anyways, let's get to the fights, Tyschae. So we've got UFC Ortega versus Rodriguez. And I'm just going to put a little poster up. This is from MMA Social Squad. They make these posters, Tyschae.
Ooh, Michelle Waterson versus Amanda? I don't know who that is.
Amanda. Well, Tyschae, you were supposed to study every fight on the card. All right.
I know.
Let's look at what fight. So that's this weekend, right? So what fights? Okay, so you've got, I mean, this is weird that this is the opener fight, but it is Lucky Lauren Murphy versus Misha Tate. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think Misha.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Coming down to flyweight, her first time, and you've got to fight like perennial contender Lucky Lauren. You've got Misha Tate.
I got Misha Tate.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I like Lauren, but I just feel like Misha is gonna win this one.
Well, this is like make or break for Misha. She's going down to flyweight because she lost at bantamweight and she wanted to make a run at the title. Now she can't because she loses. So now she's thinking, hey, I'm going to go down to flyweight. I'm going to win 1 or 2 fights and I get my title shot.
I think she can do it. She's be able to.
She's will see.
Strong, focused enough. I believe she has like a wrestling background too, so I'm sure she knows how to cut the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might probably be the best option for her, to be honest, fight at flyweight.
Yeah.
A lot of 135ers have been coming down to flyweight.
Yeah.
So I think just becomes like more of a lifestyle. Just obviously don't be a fat ass. Like you got to have a strict nutrition plan. And if you need to make a certain weight, it's like me, if I wanted to fight straw weight, that would have to be a whole lifestyle, different change for me. Yeah. If I can even make it. I've never tried, but that would just what it'd have to come down to. So that's probably what she's doing.
Okay. All right.
I think good. I think this is great for her.
All right. So you got Misha, I got Lauren. Second fight on the card. This is going to be fight of the night. I'm already calling it. Charles Air Jourdain. Do you know this guy? Canadian? Charles Air Jourdain versus Shane Burgos. Okay, you don't know either of these guys, right?
I don't know any of those guys. Maybe if I saw a picture. Names I'm not really good at.
All right. Well, I didn't prepare photos for you, Tyschae. Did you? All right.
I just looked at the thing.
Forget it. Charles Jourdain, he's Canadian, so we're picking Charles Jourdain.
Okay, I'll go with him because gotta represent.
If we go up, 2 more fights down up the card, we've got the Leech, Li Jingliang, the Chinese guy.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of him.
Okay, he's the guy that just lost to not Khamzat. Yeah, Khamzat. He's the guy that got choked out by Khamzat in like a minute or whatever it was. Yeah, 3 minutes in the first round. He lost to Khamzat Chimaev. Mm-hmm. But Li Jingliang, but Li Jingliang, he's great. He's fighting Muslim Salikov. I mean, tell us everything you know about Muslim Salikov, Tyschae.
I don't know him, so I'm going for the other guy because I don't know who that is.
All right, this guy.
It's weird. Like even when I do look at some of the cards, and then when I'm watching it, I've never even heard of these people. Sometimes I gotta ask my boyfriend or like just look on social media, but some of them I don't know who they are, especially the guys. The girls I have an idea, you know.
Yeah.
But the guys, I'm kind of like, I don't really pay attention.
All right. Well, so for those that don't know Salikov, this guy is like some men's Sonda champion, like in Olympic Games, World Games, like gold medalist. And Sonda is some sort of like combat thing. What the hell is Sonda? I looked it up before and now I can't remember. Some sort of like a Chinese kickboxing. And he's like the first ever like Russian guy to ever like gold medal in this sport. So he's a crazy striker.
Monster.
Yeah. So he's pretty good, but he's fighting Li Jingliang, but we'll go for Jingliang.
Yeah.
Co-main event. Yeah, because we know who he is. I like him too. Plus, I'm half Chinese, so I'm going for him. Michelle Waterson at strawweight versus Amanda Lemos. I know you said you don't know who Amanda Lemos is.
Yeah, I don't.
She's 11-2. She was
That's a
on
good
a
record.
She was on a 5-fight winning streak before losing to Jessica Andrade, who everybody loses to Jessica Andrade, right? That's not a bad loss. But so she's 11-2. Her only other loss was to Leslie the Peacemaker Smith back in 2017. So Michelle Waterson has come on some tough times, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do love Michelle Waterson, one of my all-time favorites, but she's only won one in her last 4, losing to Jędrzejczyk, losing to Esparza, and losing to Rodriguez, only beating Angela Hill. What do you got on this? Does Michelle Waterson do it?
No, I just don't think she's been really, I don't know, progressing like most girls. You know, I feel like this sport's really evolving, and I just don't think she's gonna win this fight.
I know, it's so sad, right? Because she was.
I can't believe she even won against Angela Hill, because that was bullshit. But
Angela Hill's your girl, right?
Yeah, that's my girl right there. But she's been having bad luck, man.
You know, Angela Hill.
Literally,
Angela Hill blocked us on Instagram.
She did?
Yeah, I said something that I think she got mad at.
What did you say?
It wasn't anything too bad, but it was when she started accusing Tecia Torres of taking PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. She accused her that in like a what do you call it, like a press conference kind of thing. You know, because Tecia Torres is like freaking jacked to hell, right?
Yeah, she is, man.
But she's
I need to borrow some muscles.
Jeez Louise, so do I. She could give us both some and she'd still be fine.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe she really is on it. I don't know. I feel like Angie wouldn't just say shit out of the ordinary and that's not true.
Yeah.
Or
I think I put on a post somewhere. I didn't say anything bad, but I just said, yo, you shouldn't be like accusing. Like, I think I just said like, oh, it's super disrespectful. You shouldn't accuse someone that's like never had any accusation. Like, no one's ever said that about her. And she just said that, and I was like, ah. And the next thing I know, I was like, oh, I wonder what Angela Hill's up to. And it's like, profile not found. So she blocked us.
No.
So Amanda, you got Amanda Lemos over Waterson, right?
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for Michelle. I would hate to say I love her. You know,
what does
Waterson
awesome do? Yeah, like she wanted to be mom champ and all that. I do worry. Like, she's on Instagram all the time, doing all her cool videos and things like that. And I guess as a professional fighter at her level, she's like probably pretty rich. She's probably got a lot of time to do this stuff. She's probably got a lot of time to do this stuff, but it does make me think, like, are you really focused? There's all these young, hungry lions.
Like, you're always on your phone and
right.
Well, I think her husband too is in the military, so I'm sure they have like a steady income. You know, they have stability from that.
I don't know that.
I believe so. I think I heard something he was like, or he was, not.
Yeah. I don't know what he does.
Maybe that's
where
I think he comes from too.
I feel like he's her coach. I thought that's what he does. Anyways,
no, he is too. So I guess like in the military, like they have like a boxing like world or whatever. He was like ranked up there, so he's pretty legit. Yeah. He's a legit boxer.
No, he gave up his career as a fighter to support her and to train her. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I will say I would like to see Michelle Waterson fight out her UFC contract, then go over to ONE FC, go back to atomweight, right? Because she's a natural atomweight. She's a 105er. Go back to your natural weight if you can do it, and go over to Asia and see if you can start kicking ass over there. Because I feel like the 115ers are just getting too big for her.
Yeah, like, well, dude, they are freaking tall, like
muscular,
and it sucks that
big.
They don't have an atomweight class in the UFC. You know, I mean, they barely started to have flyweights. So
yeah.
Because before it was just 115 and 135. They didn't even have a featherweight.
Yeah, but featherweight, they don't even have a featherweight now. There's no ranking. Really. There's no rankings in featherweight.
Juliana Pena. But yeah, there is really no one.
No. Featherweight is Nunes.
Oh, so that last fight was bantamweight.
Was bantamweight. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, that's right. I don't know. Amanda looked thick to me, so I was assuming it was 145.
Oh no,
A
that's
little
just because
thick.
she's a big girl, man. The champ is big, living the champ
But she had
life.
like a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of a tummy
Punch.
So I was like, oh, is this 145? So
yeah, no, but this is why I was saying like the photo of Katharina that I put up.
Dude,
how the hell is that? Okay, I'm gonna put it up again.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, how are you
for viewers to look at this? What the hell is that?
I know. She looks good. She looks smaller than her fight weight, you know?
Yeah, she's... I mean, again, because the connection was kind of bad. I mean, I don't know what she's been doing for the last 2 years, but she looks way different than when you see her in like her other fights. Like you're talking about like a little bit of a tummy or, you know, a little bit thing. Like, yeah, she was like kind of like not stocky, but like kind of like just thick, you know? But now she's like ripped and shredded. Like, I don't know. I feel like she's going to come back like a different monster, you know?
Yeah, she's probably come back more beast, more in shape, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe her cardio's up. She's been lifting, obviously, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for
she's
sure.
Probably in the best fit of her life right now, aside from her little toe injury. Cute little toe.
All right. Featherweight main event. You get Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. Whoever wins this gets a title shot, pretty much likely. Yair says that Dana has already said if he wins, he gets a title shot. Tyschae, do you know these two people?
I do. I really like Brian Ortega, but I think Rodriguez is going to take this one.
Yeah.
He's just his technique, his IQ, his striking, like he's just well-rounded everywhere. And you don't know what he's going to display, you know. He's kind of like just one of those fighters where I just hope Brian, if he does, you know, like I think he just has to use like maybe more feints, more footwork, try to open him up a little bit and have him react a certain way. Because I don't know, I think Rodriguez is going to be too much for him. Maybe if Brian gets him to the ground, but I don't know.
But I feel like
I'm taking Rodriguez on this one, but I like Brian, so this is a hard one.
All right, you're taking Rodriguez. I'm going to take Ortega. I think Ortega gets him to the ground in the first. And I don't know that we've ever... Well, I feel like Brian has good striking. He's improved his striking, so I feel like he'll be able to strike enough to get close. And then
I don't have no head movement.
But he's got a big head.
He's just dead center. I'm like, oh, he's gonna piece you up. You can fight like that. Hopefully, he's adjusted and you know fix what he needs to, and just has to do what he has to do and not fight his fight. You know, then yeah, Ortega will take it. But just I don't know. I like Brian.
Yeah.
But Rodriguez is on. We should bet money. I'm just kidding.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Okay, I've got Ortega on that. I think he takes him. I think I'm calling that he submits him in the first.
Okay. Oh, you're confident.
Make your true prediction, like the round and the method. What do you got for Yair?
I don't think the first round. I think they're gonna fill each other out. I think Rodriguez will finish him early on in the third round.
All right.
Because Ortega doesn't move his head. I mean, that's like headshots all day, leaves open up for the body. I just hope Rodriguez picks him apart, you know. And he low-key, he does his spinning elbow stuff. He's really creative with that. You just really got to be smart with this guy. So if Ortega's going to go in for a shot, you got to be careful with some knees, some elbows coming in too. Rodriguez has nothing to be, you know, played with. So he has to fight smart on this one and, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of feints, a lot of footwork, you know?
Yeah.
But I think Rodriguez, TKO.
So wait,
piece him up.
TKO what round? Third round?
Early third round.
All right. If it wasn't for the plane in the background, I could put that as a sound clip. I'm just kidding. That's fine. All right.
Yeah, early third round, TKO. Right. He's going to piece him up.
All right.
He has a weak chin. Sorry, I have to say it.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, man, a lot of people want to see Ortega get knocked out for dating. What's her name?
What? They don't like her? Cortez?
No,
Tracy Cortez.
because everybody loves Tracy Cortez. So everybody's
Oh
like,
yeah,
can you
well,
knock this
dude, they're
bastard out?
jealous.
Yeah.
She's hot. My
They want
boyfriend's a fan of her, you know.
Whoa. All right.
It's okay.
All right.
She's beautiful.
All right. So we've got.
But I can see why people are hating now.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They're a
the
little
thing.
power couple.
Yeah.
I watched their
we'll
tortilla challenge, their little tortilla slap challenge.
Okay, hold on.
That shit was hilarious.
Okay, hold on. That was a little bit hard, no? Okay, for those that don't know,
tortilla.
I wish
the same thing.
I wish I had this video to play it now. I wish I had it to cue. But yo, he slapped the crap out of her with that tortilla.
He did like the fake, and then he like came back.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That was hilarious.
All right, fine. More important than this fight, Tyschae, more important than the fights this weekend for UFC is this fight.
Hey.
Hey. Tyschae, you know, you were a guest of the podcast, Tyschae. I appreciate you coming on and co-hosting so much. You're fighting on August 12th, Combate Global flyweight fight.
Yep. In Miami.
Big things planned.
Always.
What
was that?
Big things planned.
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like each fight, I level up a lot, and I feel like each fight I showcase that. So you know, people can study like me all they want. Like I'm always gonna be doing different things that I haven't shown before, and I'm really gonna mix it up this time. So no one's gonna know what's gonna be coming. Not even my opponent. So I'm excited to go out there, put on a show, and finish this girl. You know, I'm tired of fucking losing, so it really lit a fire up my ass, and I'm focused. Mainly more of my mental training, if anything. And I'm just in good spirits. I'm in good health. I'm ready. I just hate cutting weight, but yeah. Stay tuned on Paramount Plus or Univision to catch me Friday, August 12th. To show what I got. Get my hand raised.
Kick some ass, Tyschae. I will leave you alone on social media until after your fight. I'll wish you good luck. All right, I'll wish you good luck before, but after the fight, we'll have you back. I hope you want to co-host again with me.
Of course.
Be a good time. Yeah, man. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Time.
What's that?
I was like, oh, I got time today. We talked for like a whole hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm like Miss Chatty Cathy over here.
No, it's good, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. When I knew that I had to find co-host, you were one of the first people I thought of. So
thank you.
Come on. We will see you again after your fight. We can celebrate. We can interview someone else. And thanks, Tyschae. I really appreciate it. Everybody follow and subscribe to the podcast. Follow Tyschae at Tyschae, the way she spells it there, Tyschae. Yep. And watch her on August 12th on Paramount. Combate Global.
Yes. Stay tuned, guys.
Tyschae. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right. See you later, Tyschae.